It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And the spotlight is on Nick Chubb, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing.
It's the Browns and the Ravens, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things... We are in store for a great game today, everyone. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, on for the ride in this one. We love these kind of games, Brock, and that's because we got a pair of teams who both gotten off to good starts this season. They find themselves with winning records as we now work our way through the front half of this schedule.
Yeah, we try to be pros in every game, right?
Uh-oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick! And they steal it back on the return. Neither offense has even taken the field yet, and already, Brock, a massive swing in this contest.
Yeah, think about it this way, kid. If we didn't have the coin toss before the game and one team got the ball to start both halves, what an advantage it would be, and that's exactly what this offense has right now.
They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. From the red zone now. Rolling left, buying some time, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Browns just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. You're good on the point after. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is York to kick this one away. Here's Ford on the return. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
The biggest mistake you can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Jackson now on third. He's on the move. He's running for it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Offense off to a good start, Brock. Here's a 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory. From the gun, Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Motion man left is Brown. Throwing again here on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry.
That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it. Because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle, or in this case, run him right out of bounds.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Staring at fourth down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. It's about 43 yards for him. Bullock's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
To return, Jerome Ford. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Browns ready for their next shot on offense. Tyler Huntley leading them out. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Huntley. Thrash hauls it in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now Huntley. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Chubb going for the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. And he gets him around 6 there. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the 21. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Forced out to his right. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns get 6 more on their early advantage. York tacks on that extra point. And the Browns drive their lead to 11. On now is York to kick this one away. Here's Ford on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out! And the Browns pick it up! And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Another one for Ford. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Browns capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. York good on the point after. And the Browns push their lead to 18. On now is York to kick this one away. Here's Ford on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That one's incomplete, couldn't connect.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. The tight end going in motion right. 2nd down, Jackson to pass. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They motion the tight end over. On 1st down, Jackson gets this one to Andrews. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
This is Henry on 2nd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Pickup of 2 here. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Man in motion here. Oh, they're going option to the left side on 2nd. And he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Changing it up here, Jackson has a man, it's Brown. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And Baltimore finishes the return to the end zone. Touchdown! The Ravens picked up the fumble and ran it home. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens make it an 11-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Center return, Nyheim Hines. This return makes it up to the 25. This, our last play of the quarter. Huntley now to throw. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Got a man. It's Njoku. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Yeah, this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Here's the snap on 4th. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. He's got it! And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. And he gets in! Touchdown, Baltimore! The Ravens make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here's Hines. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
That one complete to Njoku. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Here's Chubb up the middle. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's incomplete left side. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And that sets up 2nd and 5. From the 41. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Huntley. Short pass caught by his tight end. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. He's on the move. He's on the move. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. From the gun, it's 4. And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. They got a handful on the play. Now need a handful more. 5 yards on 2nd and goal. Here's a counter give to Chubb. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He gets a chunk of 4 yards, leaving them just a yard from the end zone. 3rd and goal. Chubb. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns now lead by 10. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. York tacks on that extra point. And the Browns drive their lead to 11. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. First down, here's Lamar. Diving, it looks close. They say he caught it. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They'll motion Brown right. Second and 13. Quick slant here, caught by Andrews. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Here we go, third and less than a yard. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. They mark him short there, and the run gains nothing. It's fourth down. The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're gonna have the ball at the 20. They begin the drive with Chubb. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Going to the ground again on first. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. And we haven't even hit the break yet, but already we're looking at this likely becoming a 100-yard game for him in the very near future, and expect more to follow after that. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Huntley. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that brings up 4th and short. Huntley looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Huntley to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. To throw, here's Huntley. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Tried getting it to Jerry Jeudy. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Now Huntley. And once again, they can't connect.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, it just couldn't quite hang on.
Huntley. That's caught beyond the marker. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns boat racing them to the halftime locker room. David Njoku, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Browns push their lead to 18. On now is York to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lamar off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. They'll motion a tight end left. First down throw for Jackson. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They've got a man in motion. Throwing again is Lamar. Finding Flowers. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Slot man motioned over. Play action now, which caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But I think a Raven was able to gain possession there, so they're going to keep the football. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. Gets this to Bateman. And they make the tackle at the 38.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down. Working inside the red zone. This throw delivers a spin move, and the ball's knocked free. And it looks like the offense got that one back. Yes, they did. They pounce on it inside the 10. Lamar now from the gun. He's on the move. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens make it an 11-point ball game. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. He stays up, and he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. And I guess we'll follow up with the rest of the NFL after this one ends. We're moving right along to the start of the second half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. Return's looking good so far. Oh, still going. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. York good on the point after. And the Browns push their lead to 18. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. On the return, here's Jones. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Looking slant route, complete. hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens making an 11-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Second half's gonna start with a run by Chubb. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're gonna have 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Huntley. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Huntley now to throw. And that's completed right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. Chubb on the give, headed left. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. Launches, and he's got it, touchdown! The Browns push their lead further to start the half. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Browns push their lead to 18. Now is York to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now here's Keaton Mitchell. Oh, he lost the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Has it at the 7. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice game. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Here's Chubb. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Avoids the sack. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Browns grow their lead off the turnover. York tacks on that extra point. And the Browns grow their lead yet again. On now is York to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. The ball's out, he lost it. And the Browns pick it up. And they they stop him before he gets much on the return. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing now, following the turnover. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunky yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Third and long for him here. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. When we bring this game to a close, Brock, I think one of the stories we're all going to be talking about is the type of showing this guy's had, not spinning the ball, but running it.
It's been just gritty. It's been determined, kid. It's been tough. And when they needed a play, he's dug deep and he's willed this offense forward, coming through with the type of run the moment asked for.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Caught near the pylon. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown. He's out of bounds. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Chubb runs it in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown, his 3rd of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the Browns continue piling on to this lead. Now is York to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Ravens headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Now Jackson off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Tight end in motion right. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He's got Andrews. He's contained at the line for no gain. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. Jackson now, 3rd and long. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he loses the football. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. It's fielded at the 14. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. It was Marcus Williams in on that stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Huntley. Got a man, it's Njoku. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. 1st down, ball at the 36. They're going play action. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. A good gain to the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Again, it's Chubb. Give him 3 on that gain. And that gives the Browns a first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, they're going to stick with Chubb. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Flush down now to his... And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns are running them out of the building. York now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns continue adding on to that lead. On now is York to kick this one away. Here's Ford on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Baltimore running its offense out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. First down, here's Lamar. Connects with Bateman. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 28, gets this one to Andrews. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Lamar now from the gun. Andrews with the catch. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. And again, it's Jackson. Off the mark there, incomplete pass. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So it's 2nd down coming up. Jackson's gonna throw again. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. Jackson on 3rd and 1. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Lamar throwing again. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Again, it's Jackson to the air. Completed to Flowers. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Jackson yet again. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Browns will take over as he reports his first interception of our season.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running right with Chubb. Again, he hits the second level. And he's gonna score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Browns tack on 7 more to their lead. On now is York to kick this one away. Here's Ford on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we say so long from Baltimore.